If he reaches the final, he will be #1 unless Casper Ruud is his opponent in the final. If that's the case, if they play each other in the final, the winner, of course, would be #1. If neither makes the final, Nadal stays #1. And tell me when you first dreamt that a Norwegian male would be #1 in the world.
When you just said it 2 seconds ago.
Cilic is Nadal-like in one fact. Cilic has mastered the internal clock. He can take the serve clock right to 0, which Rafa does. Rafa does it through his own ticks. This is, of course, ball bouncing.
Yeah, Cilic does get to the line reasonably quickly, but then he does all these bounces, and he's got that little pause now. That's new. I used to have fun sort of trying to figure out, count them, because they weren't the same number. Most players have the same routine before they serve, same number of bounces. He was all over the place. You know, I just realized that this court is reasonably quick and reasonably skiddy. And Cilic, you see him taking just full cuts, and his ball's pretty flat. So it gets through the court quickly. This is by far the most dangerous player that Alcaraz has played so far.
It does not take long to be awed by this young guy's movement.
And by the way, even I was slightly awed by Cilic as well, because he ran that one ball down. Cilic is about 6'5", 6'6", I think. And moves awfully well for that height.
Good first game for Marin Cilic. Winner again to play the winner of a match ongoing between Jannik Sinner and Ilya Ivashka. They're a set apiece. So we're going to have dueling midnight matches, apparently.
Yeah, that was a strange one, because Sinner, obviously the favorite by a long shot, playing someone ranked in the 70s. Had a set and a break lead. Has, through the second set, had it, I think it was 11 double faults. So through 2 sets, and one of the sets was 6-1. So a little bit of a concern for Sinner.
Alcaraz, 2 serves. Love for 10. Fifteen. Oh.
Again, every match I've seen from Alcaraz, he's been absolutely in control of every rally. The players he's played hasn't. Baez has some power, but Coria and Brooksby really don't. And all of a sudden, you can see the pace of shot from Cilic combined with that depth is causing Alcaraz a little bit of worry early on.
Fifteen, 14.
And that actually, that shot he just hit, that tweener, happened because he's been hitting kick serves and getting forehands. So you can see him moving over because he's sure he's going to be able to get a forehand, and the ball came a little quicker and a little deeper, and he realized at some point, uh-oh, I'm not making it all the way around. So right out of the gate, Cilic with break points and a second serve.
Game, Cilic.
And a break now.
Cilic leads 2 games still out first set.
Very early, but that grabs folks' attention.
Well, the other thing that grabs my attention is second serve points. Cilic is 4-4. So he's winning rallies. Alcaraz just made 4 first serves and only won 1 of the points. The only missed first serve happening to be a double fault as well. So early on, through 2 games, obviously very early on, Cilic is actually winning the rallies. Guys can play. I mean, that's just crushing ground strokes, corner to corner. And eventually, when he recognized the short ball, Alcaraz was on it in a flash. It looks to me like he's foot faulting right here.
Yes. Watch what he'll do. He'll pull it back.
Yeah.
Oh, he didn't get it there.
Well, his heel was on.
Yes, but he's been doing that.
Love setting.
We watched him this year at Queen's Club, the entire week, we talked about that. He starts with his foot on the line. He would rock it back and get it off. Why he does that is another question. Yeah.
What in the world?
So you did there.
He did.
Hey, I was flabbergasted like you are, Jimmy, and he did not get called for a foot fault the entire week at Queen's Club.
Seems like should be willing to give up that quarter inch and not even ever have any chance. But anyway, he's loved 40 down. Well, I've been amazed by his foot.
But then I was amazed all those years watching Gilles Simon walking into his serve.
That's true.
Have you ever seen this before?
No. I don't think I ever will again. I actually don't like what he does because he's already facing completely sideways. And then he actually brings it even almost behind him. You're trying to hit your serve in the opposite direction that your body is.
Alcaraz right back after dropping his serve.
Needs 2 games to 1.
Things back in order after the first 3 games. But you talk about the difference a year can make. When I first saw him come back up in 2022, he grew. It wasn't necessarily up. He grew. You talk about a frame that filled out. He looked 18 last year.
Yeah, try to think back another couple of years because I had a student that played against him at Roland Garros Juniors and actually beat him in 2019. And he's definitely filled out a lot since then, but you would expect that from 16 to 19. But he was a skinny little guy.
The result this year for Alcaraz is he's been able to play with at best most of the best. Again, he could by Sunday become the youngest #1 player in 21 years.
Is that Nadal?
Leighton Hewitt.
No. Wow.
Fitting.
Such strange stats early on in this match as Cilic hasn't won a first serve point. And now after that, Alcaraz is 2 for 6 when he gets his first serve in. So it's just sort of strange. Normally fast, hard court, first serves do all kinds of good things for you, but it hasn't yet in this match. I expect those numbers to change, obviously.
Let's second serve.
Often win a point once you're sitting on the court, and Alcaraz was sitting on the court for a second, but got up in a hurry and ended up. Ooh, that could have been an ankle twist. He did a good job just letting the ankle go and falling down. Gets back up. Does such a good job, Alcaraz. Even if he gets pushed back, he still looks. He takes a couple steps forward.
That looks light on his feet, too.
Yes, but he always wants to be in. So he'll hit one. He'll be backed up if you hit it deep, but then he's always taking a step or two in.
Beautiful point from Cilic.
That's what Cilic did the first 2 games, and then all of a sudden got up the break and had a momentary panic. But here he is again, just rifling ground strokes, and even with the speed and the balance. I mean, Alcaraz running out wide to the forehand. That outside leg is so strong. He's able to get out to it, have that base, hit the ball off it, come back. He's, as you said, gotten much stronger in the last year.
Let's process. Advantage. Alcaraz.
Alcaraz already been up to net 6 times. You think of Spaniards, you don't think they're coming in that often. He takes one cut and comes sprinting in. If you're Cilic there, you got to just dip the return. You don't have to hit a full pass on the first one.
I'm trying to think, did Ferrero come in 6 times in his career?
I mean, if you drop shot at him 6 times. He took the ball early, though, Ferrero.
Yes, he did. Tough game here.
Juice.
Alcaraz.
Interesting play from Cilic, from the fact that you don't see that shot very often anymore. He hit a moon ball. And the moon ball backed Alcaraz way up, and Cilic just ran in and took a swinging volley. You're going to bring back the moon ball.
An advantage. Alcaraz.
Well, the fans of Spain and fans of tennis in Spain had a rough afternoon. They're hoping for a better night. U.S. Open, by the way, you can share all your information, all your feelings about the U.S. Open. Your connection can be on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. Join it all at #US Open. Tiafoe taking out Nadal today. I believe that could very well be a career-altering win for Frances Tiafoe. Get a great look at the Cilic very unusual foot on the service line.
Yeah, Tiafoe's been so close for 2 years almost, where he's got that level, but just couldn't come through. He finally has.
I
had a chance to see Wayne Ferreira when I was coming up into the stadium for the evening session, and he was extremely proud and very happy, as he should be. It's been a good connection. That's since they started together. Francis started to win some of the close matches.
No question. He's gotten him more focused.
That one today, clearly Tiafoe by far the best of his career.
This whole tournament, he's won straight sets, tough. He hasn't had those letdowns that often cost him against the top players. Cilic in trouble because he's going to the towel, so he won't have 30 seconds to bounce the ball this time. The rhythm is going to be off. That's what he jogged to the towel just so he can get to the line with enough time to do his thing.
Let's first serve.
Now he's home free.
Yeah, now he's
only the first
free
serve.
Autonomy to bounce as much as he wants.
And
the other things you see with Alcaraz that you don't see as often in the men's game is he's taking second serve returns about 2 feet inside the baseline. And taking a full cut. There's no backing up to start the point for Alcaraz.
Cilic flirted with one there. Flirted with the foot fault. Instead, he double faulted.
I mean, what is going on today with some of these servers? We've got Sinner, who's got double-digit double faults you don't normally see. Danielle Collins just served an entire 3-set match at 30% or whatever it was. At the moment, Cilic is at 15%. He has made 2 first serves. This will be his 12th second serve.
And this is a closed stadium. There's no conditions.
No, yeah. That drop shot
30-14
did work here, but it's not going to work against Cilic as well as it does against some players because he's not often pushed back too far, and that's a good sprint for a man of his size.
Yes.
He can move.
Just
That was just pure speed intimidating Cilic.
Absolutely.
As that volley, had he been playing most players, he wouldn't feel the need to cut it so fine. But because he saw Alcaraz already taking off, he knew he had to make almost a perfect drop volley. This should be a footfall where he's starting right now. Oh, he just moved it back a little bit.
Yeah, flirting it, yeah.
Well, like I said, he started that time just a little bit further on the line.
Yes, he did. And of course, none of this matters until he starts his service motion. That's been the point with when we learned this at Queen's Club, where he started like this.
But this one's, he's starting just nicking it, so he should get off it there.
They did. But right now, the football, it's not going to matter as much. Cilic just can't put a first serve in play, and that will make that a short night if he doesn't fix it. But again, the point from the technical aspect, it looks so bizarre because you just don't see anybody do it. You can line up anywhere you want, but the fault does not come into play until you start your service motion, which would be right there, and he's touching.
It just,
that's a football. Yeah.
Yeah. Has he started going up? Yeah, he has.
Yeah. That's a good point. Let me ask you, so when's the technical moment you start? Is it when you start to bring your hands into the swing like that, or is it going up?
I
don't know the answer to that.
And that is, that's a touchy thing.
It's a fine point.
It is a very fine point.
Yeah.
I would think it's when the toss arm starts to go up.
Yeah. I mean, a baseball pitcher, which is that's what serving to me is like. It's whenever you start to swing your arm, you've started your motion. It doesn't have to be up.
Yeah. And his start actually isn't up. It's sideways. Cilic, for all the serving woes that he's had in this match, his pace is causing some problems for Alcaraz. You see it in that point, and he's missed a few opportunities on short balls. He missed the volley that he should have made in the last game. If he gets the serve figured out, this is a tougher match than I think I was expecting coming in. Cilic's ground strokes have been awfully penetrating so far. Yeah, Alcaraz is getting through this game, and he's got 40-15 lead, but again, he's doing with sort of having to defend. I'm accustomed to seeing him being the guy pushing you around. Cilic has done a good job not letting him push him around quite as much. Cilic again starting points off with very aggressive return of serves. Gives him the edge in the rally once it starts.
So 4-2 for Alcaraz.
Alcaraz leads 4 games to 2.
The serve goes back to Cilic. The whole foot fault issue is probably a little secondary from the standpoint. Cilic just put 12% of his first serves in. Alcaraz, yeah, he's put 2 out of 17 in. Alcaraz is 4th on the tour this year in return games won. So you just put those two together, that's
you're in trouble.
Yes.
And he's so aggressive with the return, Alcaraz, as well. I'm kind of speechless when I watch. And again, I'm impressed by not just Alcaraz, but Cilic as well right now. It was a 97-mile-an-hour forehand within that point, and it's the flying drop volley to finish it at the end.
Love 13.
Aye. 2 coaches listed for Cilic. Ivan Chinkus and Billie Visak. I have no idea which one is which.
Hate to admit, but you and me both. The one thing about Alcaraz's forays up to the net is, and it's okay because I'm not a big believer, you don't have a split step where you stop, but he just crashes forward.
Yes.
And so
that's a good way, yeah.
If he doesn't quite guess right, or if he's leaning the wrong way as he's crashing in, he's not covering as much ground. He couldn't stick his foot in the ground and suddenly move.
13.
Both times he's done that, his balance has been what's caught, just amazed me. Cilic actually put a few in play.
He's on a roll. He's gotten 2 in this game. Doesn't want to go overboard, though. That's a beauty as well from Cilic. Shot making really from both guys.
Cilic. Good serve again, 125. If he can just mix more of those in. Entertainment was going on the video board. Putting up random fans dancing in their seats.
30 love.
Couple of errors now creeping into the forehand of Cilic. He's been taking mighty cuts at the forehand. He's hitting it flat. So you've got to expect to make some unforced errors, but he's at 15 now. And 10 of them have been on that forehand.
Fourteen, 15.
Wayne McEwen there. One-time chair umpire now turning the referee. I miss Brian early. Brian, what Brian did what, 54, 55 years here?
He did that long.
Wow, it just felt like, I'm sure to Brian it felt that way.
Yeah. I think this is my 44th straight year being here in some capacity. The first two as a spectator.
Spectator, okay. Coming from the big buff.
Oh, yeah.
So
78.
I was
First
going
year
to say,
they had
I
it.
was just doing my math exactly.
Yeah.
78 was the year it moved. This wasn't here. Armstrong Stadium next door was referred to as the house that Slew built.
That's right.
Slew Hester was the president of the USTA that was in charge when the move was engineered from the west side over to Flushing Meadows.
It's amazing. You don't realize it unless you're sort of playing, but that slice backhand that Cilic hit was pretty good. It was pretty biting and fast. And Alcaraz got around his backhand so fast in a blink of an eye to hit a forehand. Yeah, he made an error, but it was just so fast to get around that ball.
14 love.
I may have asked you this before, but watching Alcaraz this year that I've seen, just as a pedestrian viewer here, it's the closest thing to Federer I've seen in terms of footwork, light on their feet.
Let's first serve.
Yes, except
Federer's is the gold standard. So.
yes, he doesn't. I'm not sure his feet actually hit the ground.
No,
They're floating.
No, I've always said Roger was like an air hockey player. That little air hockey game we played.
Yes.
A little film of air. It was right above the surface. That's what I always felt like watching Roger at center court. That's what I thought I was watching. He's Barishnikov. I'm saying Alcaraz is
Some there with
good.
power.
Good.
Yes.
15 love.
His fastest serve that had gone in was 116 miles an hour. He just hit 132 to start this game.
13 love.
Early break for Cilic in this set, but he hasn't won a lot of points on Alcaraz's serve since. Too nice forehands there from Cilic.
Yeah, Cilic's return to serve has been very aggressive, actually. Even off some Alcaraz first serves, he's not often when you're playing. If you can just be even on a first serve return in a rally, you've done an excellent job. He's had the edge a couple of times. That was the second serve, and he got a decided edge on the return.
So Alcaraz with the first set 6-4. Stuff right there, letting the
second set. Please.
Coverage is crazy. And again, I've said it like 4 times already, but Cilic is as well. His court coverage is amazing. This was a great get with a flick angle, then covers that one pretty well. Alcaraz went from outside the doubles alley at the net to behind the baseline on the other doubles alley and hit a flick winner.
Let's for serve. Love 13.
No danger here for Cilic right out of the gate. Been impressed with Alcaraz's range on the return to serve as well. Cilic is only 50% when he gets first serve in. Serve close to the line, and Alcaraz was on.
14.
And he smothers you, Alcaraz, with that combination of sort of power, speed, and coming forward.
15-14. Game Alcaraz.
The very thing Marin Cilic wanted to avoid.
First game.
Alcaraz gets the quick break. It has been a really good year, though, for Marin Cilic. He was felt like a veteran player that may have been about to slip out of things, and man, he fought his way right back inside the top 20. He's played for 3 of the 4 major championships. There are very few that can say that. Finals at Wimbledon in 17, finals Australia in 18, as well as the championship here in 2014.
$15.
Cilic not one to back up much. Alcaraz took a full swing at that forehand, hit triple digits, 100 miles an hour on the inside-out winner.
Let's first serve.
Wow.
30-15.
Well, do a nice job on the clock. 99 miles an hour.
Can't quite hit it as hard as Alcaraz, just 99. Same result, however. That's off a return to serve. I mean, this is a matchup where Cilic is also trying to do to Alcaraz similar things that Alcaraz does to everybody else. He's not getting to the net, but he's attacking a second serve. He's taking it pretty far in. He's taking a full cut at those second serves.
It's a great call, Jimmy. It is nice to have a match where not everybody's back in Nadal, Medvedev land.
Yes, I'm just going to start the point and grind you down kind of mentality. Both these guys are trying to pressure their opponents.
Just what Cilic needs right here.
30-14.
Lift if he can win this point.
Alcaraz actually has to find that balance between not over rushing. And that was a ball that sort of, that's what Ferreira just showed him. Let's take it easy.
Go, coach.
Because he was just getting to even in the point. So one more shot. Try to get a little edge before you come running in.
Well, that's the first real good thing to happen for Cilic in an hour and 1 minute of play. And
second set.
A lift again. Just a little boost here at the beginning of the second set.
Came kind of out of nowhere. He was 30 love down in that game after a 100-mile-an-hour forehand winner. And then he replied with that 99-mile-an-hour forehand return and turned the game around.
This is a page right out of the Nadal book, the break back. How can he hold it?
Love.
Exactly how the match started. First two games.
Love.
Fourth double for Cilic in the match. Partly his issue, but partly Alcaraz applying so much pressure. You know that you better get out of that second serve in a hurry. The ball's going to be on you quickly.
14.
Couple of nice serves in this game.
Cilic.
So that was significant. Cilic breaks back and then holds it. So
that's when it's the most fun, when you're the new guy.
Love it.
Marin Cilic never did get to number one. He got to 3 in the world. That was when he had 2 finals, Wimbledon final and then the Australian final in 2018. In the same rank period, he got to 3. Of course, some guys were hogging number 1 during Cilic's prime years.
What year was that he got to 3?
2018.
So that's still the big 3. He's planted somebody in the big 3, and then was that Murray already with the hip issue?
Yes, I would believe so. And of course Nadal, because Nadal's been in and out of the game. He drops out for a while, comes back, and I'd have to look and see. It may have been Nadal, a phase where he was out.
Now, while we've been chatting, Cilic is
this
broken, held, and has triple break point.
I was saying that he hadn't won a lot of points in Alcaraz's serve. Well, he's fixed that.
He's won 7 points in a row on Alcaraz's serve. He was 30 love down the last game, broke. Now love 40.
How hard you have to work to win a point against Alcaraz, but Cilic does it. 2 breaks. Now the lead.
3 games to 1.
You got to win the point at least twice, sometimes 3 or 4, because that was a couple times where you thought he had him, and Cilic, Alcaraz still made him play an extra shot.
USOpen.org is your online home during this second week. We swing into the final 8 in each side, point-by-point live scoring and highlights, all of it at the official tournament site, USOpen.org.
$15-11. Let's first serve.
This is interesting from the standpoint, again,
13,
I've been saying it from the start. I'm impressed with every point that Cilic plays as well. He's made some errors, but suddenly cleaned up the errors in this set so far. Just 3 unforced errors so far. They just gave Alcaraz an unforced error on that last backhand. That was fairly forced, so they're not being kind to the guys. That was a good approach. And Alcaraz only has 2, even with that, in this set, and he's down a break. Been broken both times he served.
Rest the soul of Leo Levin, dear friend who's really the kind of the godfather of all this stuff, but I used to kill him on that all the time. Unforced error is a subjective measure.
It is.
And Leo would smile. Yeah, you're right.
Actually, an interesting, I mean, a double fault is definitely an unforced error. How about that? Definitely. No one's done anything to you. So that's. And
the vast majority, I think, of unforced errors, you can see. There are some that, yes, that become a subjective call.
Yes. And the interesting one is, so remember the drop volley that Cilic missed early in the set. And I said he missed that because he tried to cut it finer because he saw Alcaraz sprinting. It was still an unforced error, but kind of was forced by speed.
Yeah.
Well,
Marin Cilic. All right. Just now we'll look back at Alcaraz to see how he rebounds. Cilic just pummeled his serve twice in a row.
Long 15.
Cilic is overpowering him right now, which is remarkable. First serve points. Alcaraz is 1 of 6 in this set so far.
Fifteen.
You got to give a lot of that credit to the Cilic return of serve. Alcaraz is not accustomed. He's accustomed to hitting a serve and then running around and looking to crush forehands. Cilic's return has been too deep, too solid.
15-13.
I think you hit a salient point at the beginning when you looked at the players Alcaraz had already played here, and this was a different weight of shot that he was going to face.
Really, from the serve, one of the main things I was thinking about, that the serve is going to be something that hasn't actually come to fruition, really. His serve hasn't bothered. Cilic's serve hasn't bothered Alcaraz all that much. But the weight of shot and not
13.
backing up much, hitting it flat and deep.
Game, Alcaraz. New boss place. Cilic leads 4 games to 2.
Player who has been so good at winning return games, and now Cilic has to face that. See if he can hang on twice, square this match.
Does get new balls to serve this game with, so might be helpful. We'll see. If he misses first serve, it might be harmful.
Previous match, Marin Cilic went and changed rackets for a second serve. Didn't break a string, just changed rackets. Did you ever see that?
I have not ever seen that. I did see it when it happened here, and it did shock me when I saw it happen, but then she went ahead and hit a pretty good second serve. I think one shot
15.
you might want to utilize quite a bit against Alcaraz is a lob. Watch this close.
How tight he gets.
Yep. I mean, he is in more danger of hitting the net. Again, Cilic is feeling a little bit. He's normally a guy that just is happy to kick the serve in to the backhand. He's Cilic on a second serve. Alcaraz is forcing him to think a little more on second serves, and I think that's helping add to this double fault total for him. That time he tried to go hard at the body to get Alcaraz off of him.
Let's see the play here.
This side, you can kick if you hit a good kick.
Ooh.
Wow.
Got it, did Cilic.
13.
Alcaraz may have been able to do a little better with, ooh, that's the second time he's had that little flick of the ankle.
Everybody, you heard the ooze here.
Yeah.
I saw this up on the board. Yeah.
Please. Swiatek. Game Cilic.
Well, that's a good game from 15-30. Cilic sturdied. You can't balk in tennis, I would say that.
$15. $15. $15.
That was not a confidence-inducing return you just saw from Cilic. That was a 103-mile-an-hour serve, and he just let that one get away from him. He's been such a clean set for Cilic to this point. One game away.
$14.15.
Alcaraz point ends a routine hold. Alcaraz Cilic would love the same right here.
This is the approach you don't often see that Alcaraz just hit. He hit a forehand at close to 100 miles an hour from behind the baseline and followed it in. Nobody does that because you kind of can't get in very far. He gets in a little quicker than most, so he gives himself a chance. But here's Cilic serving for the set. Somehow I don't feel overconfident. But if he serves like that accurately, gives himself some short balls, he will get it done.
And I just am continually astounded. That was you said that was a darty through, and Alcaraz got it back.
I know, and then almost got another ball that was crushed in the corner.
Alcaraz is back here, way back. But was very aggressive on the second.
15.
I think if I had him way back on the first, especially at this point in the scoreboard, maybe just a nice aggressive wide serve, not overly played, a little bit of kick, get him out there, give yourself a chance to maybe have a little bit of an edge in the point.
$13.
133-mile-an-hour serve, his biggest of the match. Alcaraz did that when he served out the first set.
How nice is that from Cilic for double set point?
I mean, pretty good return from a ball that was right on his hip. He got right on top of the net, but Cilic moves really well too.
Game ends on the side.
And there's your wide serve for the ace, and Marin Cilic is going to push this into the morning hours in New York. Don't you love it? Small town Medjugorje, which has become a pilgrimage site in the last 40 years for those of the Catholic faith. He is given every reason Alcaraz to feel less secure than he has in prior matches. But I mean, for Cilic, this is just another statement about the extension of his career.
I mean, you see this match in the way he's
15.
able to go toe-to-toe in baseline points with Alcaraz and how well he returns serve. You actually feel as though for his size, 6'6", his serve isn't as good as it should be. If it was like other 6'6" players that we've seen, even Medvedev, he'd have a real shot at sort of a #1 in the world kind of thing, because he holds serve at a decent clip, don't get me wrong, but it's I've been super impressed with his return so far, at least tonight.
$30.
By the way, just
30. Oh.
answered the Jimmy Arias question, because these things nag me. When Cilic got to be 3 in the world, he had to dislodge one of the big 3, and I'd forgotten it was Djokovic. That was when Djokovic had his dip, a little bit of an injury, a little life change.
Oh, that's
he was
right.
with the spiritual guru, etc.
He had the little downturn. That's right.
And that was so he was the player that fell out. The beginning of 2018 when Cilic got to his career best rank.
40-30. Juice.
So far, both of the first 2 sets have started with someone being broken in their first service game.
Slug point, 15 shots worth.
Alcaraz.
I was almost going to say whoever gets broken first has won the set. Both times. First set it was Alcaraz broken in his first service game. He came back and won the set. Then it was Cilic. So I thought maybe Alcaraz was going for them. Well, I better lose my serve here. But obviously he wasn't thinking that way.
Look. Whose point significant, he gets the hold.
First game, tight set.
You're talking about Cilic serving, Jimmy. So just looking at ATP stats for the last 52 weeks, Cilic is 12th best at holding serve, 85%. He's just ahead of both Nadal and Djokovic. They're the next 2 behind him. No, actually.
So it's Isner and Opelka.
Well, no, actually, I was just going to say it's not really a surprise. The guy that is just Isner is always the leader, except now, you know, who's overtaken him? Kyrgios.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I said it's not a surprise when you think about it. But you're right, Isner's 2, Opelka 3. Berrettini 4.
Okay, another 6'5" guy.
Or Koch 5.
Another
big guy. Yep.
Big guy. So I guess that's where I'm going with Cilic. I feel like Cilic, if he was in that category, I know 12th is still good.
Yes, very good.
But for 6'6", it should be up there.
And you know who has the same percentage as Cilic? Casper Ruud. Who's how tall? 6 foot.
6?
Listed at 6 foot.
Yeah.
So listed at 6.
Exactly.
I'm just saying that's something, and he's right there. I mean, that's a credit to Ruud, is what I'm saying.
Yes. Of course.
Yeah.
Well, because it's not just your serve,
course,
that
right.
stat. It's also how you back it up. But for those top few guys that you mentioned, a lot of it is their serve. They get a couple free points a game.
Absolutely. John Isner, the 52-week cycle we're referencing here, John Isner's averaging 21 aces a match. Rafa averages 4.
Where's Cilic?
11. That's 4 games. Just think the difference between Isner and Rafa. That's 4 games of free points.
It's a nice weapon.
Calma ante los problemas, Carlos. Calma, calma y piensa. No son problemas.
So Ferrero just trying to get Alcaraz to calm down because he is wound up this match. Alcaraz did say something in Montreal that I thought was interesting after he lost to Tommy Paul, and he mentioned that he's not accustomed to sort of playing as the favorite. He was seeded number 2 there in such a big tournament. He didn't expect to feel ready to be the favorite.
The fact Alcaraz even got to that last ball is astounding.
This is the 25th time that I've said something along the lines of Alcaraz is amazing, but so is Cilic. I mean, Cilic in this point, great movement and tremendous touch too. Take a look at this next shot. This isn't from behind the service line, perfectly played. And yes, amazing that Alcaraz got there. And why start telling you about that Montreal story about feeling nervous being one of the favorites? I think with Rafa gone. In this half of the draw, he's the highest seed left. He's supposed to make the finals.
Jimmy, that's a great call. And I think this second week will change for a few people because, look, Serena smothered this event. Rafa was the second on the billing. You know, and then you still had Osaka early and Venus. I mean, the attractions. And I felt this coming in very strongly. I was saying it, I can't fathom there was ever a major championship where the #1 seed, the #1 player, had less focus on him than Iga Swiatek here.
Which is remarkable, actually,
Yeah.
because of the year she's had, too.
Exactly. Nobody spoke. I mean, great for her. But I think there's no more under the radars where I'm saying I think your point is well taken. Emotions firing up here. on Tuesday morning.
Alcaraz leads 2-1, third set.
Says a lot about New York. Look how many people are still here. That was a tonight high of ball bouncing from Cilic.
Yeah, I might have to start counting again because
That was a good one.
Yeah. At least he's got a new tell that you know that he's almost done. When he brings it up to his head and pauses for a second, then there's 2 more. Used to be you didn't have any idea. So you had to be in the ready position for 5 minutes.
That's a good call. So it's the foot on the service line to start, and then 2 bounces after the pause.
After the pause. That's a new thing
right.
that actually seems fairly consistent.
59.
The other player that in recent years we've seen, although it seems lesser now, but Djokovic in pressure points would bounce the ball interminably.
He would, yeah, right. This seems like it must be a nervous game for Cilic. He bounced the ball more times than normal at first point, then he's double faulted. So a little bit perhaps of a chance in this game for Alcaraz. I don't know. I'm not against obviously attacking second serves. I think it's a great play. But he didn't have to come in there, and that wasn't a great approach. He did an amazing job to get a racket on the first volley. Does he not think he can win baseline rallies with Cilic? That's, I mean.
I couldn't think that. He couldn't think that.
He couldn't think it. He's obviously, he's been super aggressive all tournament, so he's just continuing what he's been doing. But he's been able to bully his first 3 opponents. He's not able to do that with Cilic.
Game
Missed there, so it's 2-all third set. Hey, do what we all do. That's how we follow the action when we're not around. This week is download the US Open app. It's available in the App Store and the Google Play Store. You keep track of all the latest scores, stats, match highlights, and more. Alcaraz has beaten Cilic twice this year on hard courts. He couldn't possibly think that, could he?
No, he doesn't. He doesn't think it.
Yeah.
But I just brought up because there's a few times when he's come in, he's like somewhat crashed the boards, if you want to use a basketball term. It's just, I'm hitting it, I'm running in. When he wasn't necessarily in control of the point. Was almost.
Yes. It had a why not feel to it.
Yeah.
Dirty love, why not?
That's how he got the break back in the second set when they returned almost exactly like that one.
40-15.
Two straight,
14,
very aggressive
13.
returns off first serves. And one thing that Cilic has done in this match is there's times when he's streaky good, streaky dangerous on the return.
Pretty good return number there. 71% of Alcaraz's first serves coming back.
And they're coming back often with
intent.
Yeah.
Yeah, that deserves reaction. What a pickup.
Alcaraz leads 3-2 third set.
This is right time. After midnight at Ash, come on down.
Out. 15.
I feel good about that. Through the years, I think we helped encourage that. Started at Armstrong before Ash was around, but hey, if you stay this late at night,
You should be able to get.
come on down. Let's go.
I like it.
Scared. Well, look where Alcaraz was
13,
returning that serve from. Jimmy,
11.
that was back in the doll land.
And Cilic picked up on it. That's why he threw in the serve and volley. But you better make sure the volley's a little crisper. He got lucky there.
Yeah, look where he is again. I don't remember. He's been that back. Has he been back there yet?
No. Going back there for a second serve, too.
Clearly a little alteration from Ferrero.
30-15.
Depth perception changed a little bit, and there's 8 double faults for Cilic. You're getting in that sort of range where you can say it's slightly in his head.
$40-15.
7 aces.
Both bounced exactly the same height, so I guess it's going to stick with the one he had originally.
Game challenge. New balls, please.
So 3-all third set.
3 games all third set.
A little encouragement. Cilic at the end where his team is sitting. What that was.
I mean,
15-11.
this was a great get, but this is when it gets silly. And that's incredible, incredible, and incredible from Cilic again.
Look at the back. Look at the people still here. So again, the U.S. Open tradition through 44 years that Jimmy Harris has been here. It's almost always been the men, although occasionally now there is some balance. Women's matches sometimes play second. There have been many men who've had to adjust to playing after midnight. And what's awesome about, look at the number of people still here.
I mean,
at 12:30 in the morning.
Let's see if we can get to 2 and see if there's how many are still here, but there'll still be some, no question.
I'll
be leaving Ted on his own for the next couple of hours.
Well, Alcaraz is a young man, so he probably hasn't done this yet, but of course in many parts of Spain, this is dinner hour.
That's a good point.
Alcaraz.
A hold of love for Alcaraz as we are going to swing into the money section of this third set. So a little bit of pressure on Cilic now in this service game. Had 6 breaks of serve in 2 sets, no break points yet in the third.
It's just massive ball striking from Cilic from inside the baseline.
15-11.
Cilic quietly in this set, he's only lost 2 points on his serve. He's actually been the guy with, it's been slightly better than Alcaraz in this set so far. Not that it's done him any good. Neither player, as you said, has had a break chance.
15-9.
Every once in a while, Cilic will make sure that the linesmen, who aren't here anymore, by the way, but aren't going to be able to get involved. When he misses, he doesn't miss. That doesn't leave any,
no doubt,
anything to chance. It's interesting, is that's the 4th point he's lost on his serve in this set. 2 of them were double faults.
Yeah.
One of them was that shank forehand.
Here's a big point. Look where Alcaraz is. Can't see him.
It's kind of working. I think it's throwing Cilic off. It's sort of dictating a little bit where he serves. He's serving out wide when he sees him that far back.
Oh, yeah, forehand flies again, and you can feel it. This is the
13-14.
just a pressure game after Alcaraz held it low.
Well, Alcaraz goes way back, and Cilic doesn't have that. Alcaraz has been attacking, and Cilic has been able to hit past him because he's up close.
Can't do it now.
He can't do it now, and he's trying to hit it even harder, and he's shanked and missed one well long. So we'll see how he handles it again, because Alcaraz is gone from your picture again.
Crazy, or did he make that really difficult, Cilic, on himself?
You are not crazy. He got this short forehand coming up, and I don't know if this was a bad bounce or he just missed.
Yeah.
It did bounce into him, so he got nothing on it.
Yeah. Oh, he handled that nicely.
Well, he's had his overhead's been perfect. If you're Alcaraz, he's got to quit hitting so many lobs. Alcaraz saw a little opening and went for it.
Advantage.
He's dangerous returning from way back because he moves so well. He got the return back, and then the next ball was short, and he was on it quickly. It's not a bad play for him, actually. I mean, he's not messing around with getting back there. Ball kid's in danger.
Yeah, that's the veterans play. That's a U.S. Open champion. That's Billie Gibbons.
4 games on 12 seconds.
No idea he was a tennis fan. It's 4-all. You have Waffle House on your speed dial?
I don't think we can get it in.
$15-11. $13-11. $15.
Cilic has very nice hands, too. He's got soft hands. We've seen some good drop shots from him, some good feel. It's still 30-15.
In this set, Alcaraz has only missed 3 first serves.
15.
2 sets, is he pulling at all back at all? Or is it just, I mean, it's 89% first serves in.
He hasn't backed off that much.
Yeah.
So he's just having a stellar serving set so far. He's hit less forehand winners than Cilic. Wouldn't have thought that was.
First serve in. So Alcaraz holds to put the squeeze right back on the upcoming Cilic service game. And See if Cilic makes any service adjustments of his now to where Alcaraz continuing to stand in Westchester County on his return.
I think this new return position is going to break down Cilic. He just doesn't have as easy a target for that first ball after the return. He's trying to hit a winner against a guy that's lightning fast, and I mean, I don't know the distance behind that baseline, but it's way back there. He's got so much.
At that. There you go. There's one try. And I believe it's out.
It was called out.
Yes, it's out. Well, the young guy saying, okay, you couldn't get me on that.
And again, how quickly did Alcaraz get up to that? That was the bad underhand serve.
Please.
Tapped it beautifully. Love 30. He's got to maybe think about serve and volley.
Please.
It makes him have to overhit.
Yes.
That's the bottom line. He's going to have to serve and volley. Can't let Alcaraz just sort of throw it up with some height from back there and resettle in the middle.
So, set 3 on the line right here.
Thank you.
3 times.
Please.
I guess if he takes that kind of swat with that kind of angle, but it just feels risky. That was an amazing forehand.
Just remember how in the first set, how aggressive Alcaraz was on second serve returns regularly in the court, and now look where he is on the second serve.
Yes. He's recognizing that Cilic is finding it difficult to hit through him when he's back there.
Alcaraz had it.
He did.
30-14.
He knows it.
And again, that return is difficult to deal with, high and deep, and he's pulled out of the court, but he can get back to the center, no problem. You saw that point. The only way to combat that is to serve and volley. Now, I don't know if Cilic is going to do it down all these set points he saved too.
And Alcaraz takes a 2-1 lead.
Time.
Carlos Alcaraz serving.
2-1
lead, and sort of a new strategy that Cilic is going to have to figure out if he wants to get back in this match.
Let's first serve.
does seem like
15
Alcaraz maybe
all.
he's dialed back the serve, the first serve a little bit. He's in the 100 teens over and over again, and he's just making sure he gets
absolutely
first serves, and he's missed 3 first serves in the entire third set and hasn't missed one yet.
It's interesting because you don't feel like his second serve's a weakness, do you?
No, but I feel as though he's felt some pressure with Cilic's return.
Yeah.
13-15.
It was about a set and a half where Cilic was kind of the better player. He won the second set, and for the first half of that third set, Cilic was the one that sort of had more pressure on the Alcaraz serve till the strategy change.
14-15.
Now it feels as though Cilic a little bit out of sorts. 38 unforced errors in the match, a lot of them coming sort of towards the end of that third set.
He has a little more hop, doesn't he, the young guy? And his Ferrero had a more confident look about him. And now we'll see. This is the part of tennis that's fascinating, the chess match. Alcaraz has made his move. It's given him an edge. This guy's been around a long time. Has to have some thoughts about what his counter is.
He definitely has to figure something out. That was the look Ferrero almost looked to me as he turned to his box and said, yeah, we outcoached him.
We have it, yeah. We outcoached.
I'm taking all the credit. Yeah. I outcoached.
Nick often said that about you, didn't he? When you play.
Sure he did.
Be well, Nick. We'll send our best to you.
Yes.
Watching that point, I feel like you're right, Jimmy. It's a spinal tap point.
Yeah.
Cilic is trying to dial it to 11 on the forehand.
And he can do it sometimes, but it's hard to believe he'll do it under pressure. It's hard to believe he'll do it serving at 4 or 5 in the set. He's absolutely, you're right, dialing it up to 11. That's why, I don't know, not every point, a couple times a game, serve and volley. Let's try it here.
13.
Or hit it clean ace out wide. He can get that too. If you can hit that serve, that's just the low percentage serve to be able to hit it that hard, that short in the box. If he has that one, congratulations. It's funny, is at the end of my career, I got a little bit yippy with my second serve sometimes, had that feeling. And if someone changed their position that far back, that depth perception did sort of mess with me a little bit.
But nobody went this far back, right?
Nobody did, but when they did back up more than
just
normal,
back to
it just was.
This is crazy.
There you go. You can make him come back forward if you can do that enough.
But can you rinse and repeat that?
I don't know. I want to see if he can do it in the deuce court, because you're serving to the forehand. So I just want to see what happens if he serves and volleys to the deuce court, because in this deuce court, his forehand return's just been a blooper like that.
Yeah.
Game Cilic.
Cilic holds. This is where all of you tennis greats look at me like I am even crazier than normal when I suggest that I think tennis should consider stealing from football. There should be a back line, a restraining line, the back line of the end zone.
I understand what you're saying.
Yeah, that you can only go back this far. Heck, in pickleball, you have a restraining line in the front. You can't get to the net.
I would say only on return of serve.
Oh, of course, right.
Is where I would maybe consider it.
I would agree. Then I'm sorry.
You should be able to.
That's my point.
Yeah, someone has an overhead or they get a lob over your head.
Exactly.
You got to be able to go.
Right. Every other sport that I know of has boundaries.
Well, we have the stands. I mean, there are boundaries.
And that's the point. They're uneven depending on where you play.
That's true. Suddenly, Carlos Ferrero looking a little less confident.
Yes. Major hat tip to Cilic. How about that? Movement for a 6'6", even 34-year-old.
First of all, it was a 132-mile-an-hour serve, which he got back. Then the drop shot that he covered and handled the lob. Tweener lob can work against some players, but Cilic 6'6" and gets back well. This was actually well done, the tweener lob, but Cilic kind of felt it coming.
15-14.
Nothing should be definite yet, but you feel like this is an opportunity Cilic can't lose.
Had a good look at those couple of forehands. Miss hit again.
Let's process.
frustration from Cilic because he read that serve, was waiting on it, and absolutely uncorked one. And he thought he made it. Shot spot says he didn't.
Again, making it impossible to hit the ball by him.
Time.
Te vas para afuera, se te abre más todavía.
Alcaraz and Ferraro having pretty steady conversation here. It was interesting what happened at the end of the previous match involving Daniel Collins. We'll talk about it after this point.
Let's second serve.
This might be a tough hold for Cilic after the 40 love, the disappointment, the strategy that Alcaraz is using. All those things are equaling a difficult hold for Cilic here, you would expect.
And it starts that way. Just very quickly, the latter portion of the previous match, Daniel Collins was coming out early to the side of the court where she was going to play, walked over to her towel box and was talking with her team. And chair umpire finally stopped her from doing that, which I don't understand all the nuances, but as she accurately asked, if you're allowed to get coaching, why can't you get it?
And was there an answer from the umpire? Because
No.
I know you're not supposed to have extended conversations. I don't know what that means.
I guess that must have been the
ruling.
assessment. Yes. Alcaraz and Juan Carlos just had a pretty extended. They were 50 feet apart, but that was a pretty extended conversation. Anyway,
it's one of the reasons why it should either be coaching or not.
The door's open, exactly.
Yeah.
The door's open. Just let it be. Speaking words of wisdom.
$15.
Pretty good serve from Cilic to be able to get an ace down the middle with his opponent that far back, but it's because Alcaraz was leaning, thinking it's got to go wide. That'll give Cilic some hope that he can try to get some free points right down the tee.
Alcaraz was, it's almost like he's bluffing. Looking to Cilic like he might come in a little bit on second, but stays back, and then he's running around.
He's running around, and then he hit the reason he ended up getting caught there was he thought his return was good enough to get a slower ball, and Cilic just uncorked another bomb. That was a big hold for Cilic.
Exactly, Jimmy.
2 games at home, full set.
USOpen.org. Stay connected even in these wee hours of the morning. TikTok away. Hashtag US Open.
Fifteen 11. Let's first set.
Cilic does a great job of hitting sort of inside-out forehands. He likes that ball and he likes the down the line. I'm surprised he missed that one. That's the shot that he actually, what's been his best shot in this match so far. He has had 12 forehand winners, and you got to realize if he was playing anybody else, he'd probably have 30. The way he's hit them, but Alcaraz moves so well.
Some knucklehead.
Just doesn't know how to turn off his flashlight.
Yeah, and he was just right in the line of sight of Cilic.
Wow. 126 serve, 100-mile-an-hour return, 100-mile-an-hour forehand, point over. I mean, that was boom, boom, boom.
That was served double +1.
Yeah. He's almost holding it up that time.
Well, he's trying to clearly film something, but you're right, he doesn't know how to turn the light off. Find another seat.
$14.50.
I like Cilic's effort and fight, and there were moments in this match where you thought there's no hope, really, for Cilic, but he keeps finding a way back to keep things interesting. bit of a concentration dip for Alcaraz the last couple of points.
Cilic had just a massive opportunity last game. He can't let this go too much longer without taking advantage. Obvious fact each hold by Alcaraz puts more pressure on Cilic's games.
It's the second time in the last 2 service games for Alcaraz where the deuce point he served out wide to the forehand. Cilic guessed, was waiting on it, missed both. One of them by an inch. That one missed by a little bigger margin.
Cilic had to wind up hitting that ball well outside the doubles alley. So Alcaraz escapes a nervous moment again. If Alcaraz wins this and plays Sinner in the quarterfinals, they met at Wimbledon, just met in the round of 16 there. Sinner winning in 4. And then, of course, what do you do after Wimbledon? You go right to Umag.
That's where you normally would want to end up after Wimbledon. Yeah,
they played in the finals, and Sinner won in 3. So,
and Alcaraz had beaten him before that, I think, a couple of times.
Once.
Okay.
In Paris-Bercy last year.
That's a ridiculous passing shot for him.
This is just time-tested tennis formula. Cilic had one great look, another mini look. Now the pressure ramps up on each one of his service games.
That's the forehand he likes. That forehand down the line. He just clipped a little piece of the tape, which must have made it just a little wide. A couple break chances.
Marin!
Total points in this match, 100 to 100.
Very timely 12th ace. Good time to throw strikes.
That's interesting. I wonder if, I think it mostly works staying way back there for Alcaraz, but Cilic has managed to find his best serving in this set right now as far as first serve percentage. I think the way back is working, however, a little bit on Cilic's second serve. Cilic 2 of 7 on second serves, and he's still at 51% winning second serve points for the match. So maybe move up a little for the first serve return. That point is what happened when Alcaraz first moved back.
Yes,
that happened and ended up stealing the third set with it. Let's see if it happens again now as the third break point of this game.
Spot 126.
And in a good spot.
Good target, exactly. Hit behind Alcaraz, the way he moves.
Yes, except even when you hit behind him, he can slam on the brakes like you can't believe and get back. But yes.
When you hit sideline to sideline, you just know he's going to be there.
Yes.
Stuff by Bull, but how hard does Alcaraz move it to win a point?
And Alcaraz actually was, I don't want to say being nice, but it was, yeah, that blows people's minds, the couple of shots here. He charges the overhead and then gets it down at Cilic's feet. And now Cilic is dead to rights.
That's what you think, yeah.
Alcaraz really took that one easy.
That's got to be the atom ball, don't you think?
Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
Or if you want to pick up, you know, just a little away from your opponent, but so hard that they can't. He could have crushed it in the end. We'll see if that point affects anything, because that was a remarkable save from Cilic getting out of that service game. Yeah, all of a sudden you get a little sense that Cilic has this feeling of, I just kind of dodged a major bullet. Let me see if that brings back that confidence. He's been streaky in this match, Cilic. When he's hot, he's very hot. He makes big returns, crushes ground strokes. Streaky, but he's missed a few forehand returns in the last few games, Cilic. Because those serves are 106, 110, 113. Those are serve speeds that Cilic normally should be able to handle. He's trying to crush winners. Good body serve there.
Excellent. Alcaraz still a very high first serve number, 73 for the match. Smoothly.
Cilic just got out of a 15-40 the last time he served.
He had a very common script in tennis. He felt like that third game of the set, Cilic had to get that one from love 40.
It's a bad error from Alcaraz.
He knows because he's going for it right here.
And one of the things when you are way back like he is, your job is to make every ball.
Yeah. He missed that one by a millimeter.
Oh, the old foot fault comes back.
Yep. What a time. Third one that's been called on Cilic tonight. This is where you have to say that's you could just tell. This is where he has to keep his, he's a veteran, has to keep his composure. It's no different than the line call. You can't argue the foot fault with Hawkeye Live.
You can't, and there again, his heel looked like it came up late. So he did start his motion. That was when the footfall was called. It's a fine line when he lifts that heel up as opposed to when the motion starts.
Well, Jimmy, you hit the point early is why Cilic has adopted this, because he's been doing it this year. This is not new to the U.S. Open, but why you would risk this, because that may have unglued him.
Yeah, and that quarter inch is irrelevant to where his serve is. It doesn't make any sense to me, but.
Alcaraz just didn't, I mean, he ran off the court to hit a forehand, return, and then covered.
He hit a forehand bomb, okay? 100-mile-an-hour forehand from off the court, and Cilic hit it clean as a whistle down the line. That's what made it ridiculous, and that's, again, the speed of Alcaraz running for this volley made Cilic just want it a little bit lower, a little bit shorter. Hard to believe Cilic will get out of this again with his mind sort of reeling right now. Alcaraz was starting to, looks like he's thinking about attacking more in this return as well. But settles in pretty far back.
That previous point, go back on YouTube and watch the great Borg McEnroe Wimbledon matches. And I realized this later on. Borg in the ad court would line up in the doubles alley to return McEnroe's serve. And I've always heard this, but then I watched it and saw it. They said Borg was the fastest guy ever. That he would do what Alcaraz just did. He'd be off the court
and able to get back
and recover.
Yeah.
Please.
He went for it.
It's an interesting conundrum for me for Alcaraz, because when he goes for it and hits the ball big, Cilic is actually handles the pace really well. The ball comes back at you sort of an interest. But how do you tell someone, just, you know,
I was going to say,
massage it around a little and hope for an error?
Alcaraz is not hitting the ball thinking it's coming back,
no.
right?
Amazed that Cilic might get out of this game again. It was a couple of errors from Alcaraz. Second one he went for it. The first one was just a rally ball error. About to hit the 3-hour mark here.
Has a Steve McQueen feel to it. A great escape. 4-all. 1:30 in the morning. And I don't know, I would suggest that this is as good, if not more, than I've ever seen here at 1:30 in the morning. I haven't been here for every one of them, but for most.
I think it's people that are here marveling at some of the athleticism that we've seen in this match.
It's a great statement about tennis. Yeah.
She's on fire. I mean, this was a great serve. As soon as Alcaraz saw it, he knew, oh, I can come in, I'll be safe. He's got to float that instead. With those 6'6" arms and a little flick of the wrist, it's love 30 and massive pressure now on Alcaraz. This match has had so many turns and so many times when you thought, all right, there's no way Cilic is going to hang in there. And he keeps on coming back.
15-14.
He still has to win 1 point here. Cilic has not broken since the second set.
0 of 4 on break chances in this set. He was 3 of 3 in the match until these last 2 games where he's had love 40.
Marin Cilic says, cue up Monty Python in the Holy Grail. I'm not dead yet. I'm feeling better.
Merely a
This is what happens at 1:35 in the morning.
It's merely a flesh wound. I mean, that was incredible.
Look at that. Alcaraz knows it too. He just sent rackets off. Carlos is not in that coaching in mode right now.
Not anymore.
Not anymore.
Tried to curl that one in. Boy, it was close.
See it 10 times and it still amazes you.
Alcaraz that time ran around the second serve, but hit a terrible return, really. And Cilic won the point against almost anybody else with the next 2 shots.
Thank you.
He actually lost the point.
Look at the spin on that ball. Cilic adjusted. Maybe just be a step or so. It looks like Alcaraz is in just a little bit. You're seeing the torso in the picture now.
Yeah, no, he's
for a while
really,
it was just the head.
Really getting aggressive. What's amazing is Alcaraz has so many ways to beat you when you watch him, because this is just all defense, and it's ridiculous how good the defense is.
I think he's playing back by the wall.
He slides forward. Drop shot wasn't great, and I think Cilic stuck, and that's what caused him to fall off balance. He tried to slide into that.
Ooh.
30. Oh.
I mean, I'm going to say a couple of those shots for Alcaraz, maybe more than Fernando Gonzalez. I've never seen a guy run around hit a forehand as far as Gonzalez.
And I'm not
Except
sure.
to this.
I don't think he needs to go there. But I guess if he had hit a clean winner, I would have said, what a genius. Deuce court, I love the run around because it brings him right into the center. Cilic hasn't served particularly well, and 50% first serve percentage of the match, 54% this set, but it seems he's on break point.
Do not make noise and outcalls during the service motion. Thank you.
During the break points, he has hit not just first serves in, but good spots with pace.
Alcaraz.
I think Alcaraz should play a few points that way. Spinny, heavy, use his legs, make Cilic hit a clean winner. A couple of these break points, he's gone for winners himself, made errors. Great serve on break point.
He has. Good call, Jimmy.
Just
this kid's already established that in his return game there will be no such thing as an easy hold.
advantage. Cilic.
Billie.
6 games to 4.
We could be at a record-setting night here. The 5th set coming up. Carlos Alcaraz has already played 6 5-set matches in his career, and he's won 5 of them. Marin Cilic, again, someone who's been at the top of the game. Also, you would expect pretty good record. Marin Cilic, 34-19 career 5th set.
8 comebacks from 2 sets down. That's also pretty impressive.
It is. Let's see. Hopefully, yeah, looks like Alcaraz didn't leave any skin on the court. Well taught. Let go of the racket.
He's had 2 times ankles that if he tried to save them would have been sprained, but he let himself just fall out of it, and then that letting the racket go. He knows. I guess when you're as fast and athletic and as many times, you're gonna have to figure out how to fall.
15-13. Fifteen 14. Again, Cilic. First game from the set.
Doing this a long time like you have. This one has had a higher range of unexpected turns.
It has, and I would be extremely shocked if that break of serve is enough for Cilic to get through this 5th set.
Agreed.
But he's surprised me kind of all match long.
Alcaraz staying in the deep return set.
I think he should change that up on first serve. I think he was doing a better job on first serves, because he's not actually making the return very often from back there.
Again, I'm just no precise way to measure this. It looks like he's a step in.
He is
for a while there. He was back literally at the boxes.
Yeah, he is a step in from where he was, but he's not. He's just not making enough headway on the first serve returns. That was better. Got enough depth, I think.
15. Oh.
And as we've always pointed out with Nadal, Alcaraz is the same way. This only works being that far back if you're quick enough to get into the court.
Yes.
Into the middle on your return,
yes.
after your return, which he certainly is.
See, the other thing that's interesting is Alcaraz isn't used to sort of, he's missed some balls the second ball after the return, like he just did there, where he's trying to get back forward, because his instincts are to smother you, not to sort of defend. So he's coming forward and he's made a few errors. He's mistimed that ball once he's after the return.
Suerita, I'm.
13-14.
4 of 16 on break chances, Alcaraz. Some of the credit goes to the good serving from Cilic when he's been down break point.
Richly earned vamos. What an incredible play from Alcaraz.
And you know what was great about that? Look at how balanced he is even on that little shot off the drop shot. His body was still perfectly still as he ran up to hit it. Crowd that has stayed, and there's quite a crowd.
I was just going to say, are you convinced? We're pushing 2 a.m.
Yeah, I told you. Let's see what happens at 2 a.m. Well, I'm going to find out, aren't I? Crowd has stayed. Such quick momentum changes in this match.
Well, it's 3 out of the 5 sets have opened
with breaks, you're right.
Back-to-back with consecutive breaks. First 2 sets and this set.
14-8.
About 3.5 hours in. Marin Cilic still even at 40 love down. Your opponent serving still makes a good long run. And by the way, hit a beautiful little drop shot back. That was going to be a winner had the top of the tape not touched it.
Pushing back a little bit.
40-13. Juice.
And it swings again. That kick serve is a pretty nasty kick that Alcaraz hits. Cilic, because he's 6'6" and long, he's able to get a little more on that return than most players would. Those were good kick serves.
Alcaraz is doing the right thing for this hour. Generally, the thing fans root for this time of night is just fifth set. Once they get to the fifth, they're happy, they're medicated. Give them a little life like that. It was the early years of this stadium. You hit it right before. Todd Martin won a fifth set late night match. And Todd Martin, who was as stoic and unemotional on the court, just went nuts and ran and did a victory lap around the court, high-fiving
everybody.
the 1,000 fans that were still here. It was phenomenal.
That was. I thought that ball was long to his eye, but
advantage, Alcaraz.
These two are taking it past 2 a.m. A remarkable turn by Cilic to get to this fifth set. Cilic breaks to start the fifth.
Love 15.
Now Alcaraz back, and
Seemed like a drop shot was a good idea. But Alcaraz, from where he started from, got to this one comfortably.
Thank you. Love 13. Time violation, warning, Cilic.
Cilic. He took all the time, hence he got the warning. Didn't pay off. Again by Alcaraz.
I mean, there's no way he's tired, Cilic, because he's moved pretty well. But this game, for some reason, he tried 2 drop shots.
Interesting.
Right off the first ball, and
that was easy.
They were both covered pretty quickly by Alcaraz. He might be way back to return, but as soon as he hits the return, he comes running in.
So, what do you... Cilic has served 2 games in this set. He's won 2 points.
Yeah, that's strange. Obviously, he hasn't hit those serves out wide, hit the spots quite as well.
This is the time of mourning. Through all the years of these late night gems at the US Open, we say thank you to all of you watching us in Guam, where it is 4:05 in the afternoon, Tuesday.
Got a friend in Australia watching right now that I know of, so there's a few people out there.
13-15.
A lot of this match has kind of hinged on Cilic, which is hard to believe, but he's got more winners.
Oh, yeah. In terms of ending the points.
Yes.
Yeah.
And at the moment, he's on a downward trend of unforced errors that have suddenly kicked up.
Yeah. And that look on Ferrero's face, gosh, I remember that well. That's what he looked when he played. Does Marin Cilic have one more comeback? This was a good time if you're Alcaraz to sort of really try to put your foot down. That was the second serve, 90 miles an hour, right in the middle of the box. Good chance for Alcaraz to keep applying the pressure. Because it feels as though Cilic is melting down a little bit. Can't give him anything free right now. Let him melt down. Alcaraz had it.
13-15.
It's just so in his DNA, Alcaraz, to be aggressive, to be overly aggressive. But he's made 3 pretty bad errors in this game to sort of... One break hasn't been enough in this match for the most part. And 4-1 looks like a big lead, but it is just one break.
Cilic accepts the game. Stick here, 2 shots for Cilic. I think this is where Alcaraz follows his model of first serves in.
That first one seemed to be the strategy, the 110 mile an hour serve. That time he pumped it up. That would have been at least 120, 123. So he went a little bigger there. Now he's got second serve to deal with.
Right to the line again. A point that you thought Cilic was going to win.
Cilic definitely had control of the point. Great return. Caused the chip. Good inside in for him. This one was slightly mishit, which made it extra annoying for Cilic, and he really was in dire straits. Left too much court open. Cilic does an amazing job of hitting the ball hard and getting width. So even his inside-out forehand, it gets out of the court. And that forehand was obviously just a cross-court angle, but it wasn't just an angle. It was hit with pace and got out of the court. Told you one break.
Yeah.
I mean, he might hang on for 2 more games, don't get me wrong, but it's going to be anxious a couple of times.
So that was 111, that serve, and it came back at him. It's 30 all. Let's see. Cilic, love that one back.
Yeah, too many of those. Just in a couple of important moments, those forehand errors.
So Alcaraz, a game away.
Alcaraz leads 5-2 final set. 15-11.
Mentioned that earlier. We haven't seen that much.
14.
No,
15.
that's the one. That's the one part of the game that I think he didn't use to his advantage. From that stance where players that far back serve out wide, get in close. Just got to get your racket on the volley, really dump it over.
Calm game for Cilic.
Here we go.
So here we are.
There's a lot on the line here. There's the chance to get to the quarterfinals and stay in the tournament. There's a chance to break the record for the latest match ever at the US Open. It's 2:20. We got 6 minutes. Have to be a deuce game.
Thank you. Thank you. Please.
Even though Cilic lost that point, see what I mean about hitting with pace and width? His backhand, he had 2 backhands in that rally that were hit. The first one especially was hit hard and with pretty good angle. Continue leaning forehand on the serve. If I'm Cilic, that's where Alcaraz has hit a majority of his serves.
Alcaraz wins a late night gem, and he's in the quarters for the 2nd straight year.
Match had a little bit of everything in it, didn't it? As you saw incredible athleticism from both players. You saw tremendous shot making. You saw a change in tactics. You saw momentum swings. In the end, it was a kid who seems to be on his way maybe to #1 in the world by the end of this tournament. He's got to win a couple more matches and he'll